Hey guys, so this is Pilates by Izzy. I'm Izzy and today we'll be doing again about a 30-minute video that's working on different parts of our body, lots of obliques, glutes, deep abdominals, and a little bit of arms as well. So find your way to your mat. You don't need any equipment for this. You can just use a towel on the ground or do it on carpet, whatever you have at home. And we'll get started. So finding your way to that 4-point kneeling position, connecting in with our breath here, getting our spine moving. Thinking about pressing our hands down into the mat, lifting up through the spine, rolling the shoulders down and back, looking forward, dropping the belly through, getting into that full flexion, extension through the spine. You might feel like you're a little bit stiffer in some parts. You might pause there, take some deep breaths, turn the head side to side, nod the chin up and down, nice and slow and gentle here. Then coming into a neutral spine. Place your right foot outside your right hand. You're going to, place it inside your right hand. From here, you're going to sit back through the heel. Sit the hips back onto your back leg. Feel that stretch through the hamstring. Breathe and sitting forward. Now tuck those left toes. Sitting back into that left foot. Feel that stretch through the left arch. And sitting forward. Breathing. Moving back and forward through this stretch. Here for another 3, 2, 1. Place both hands down, draw that right leg back to a plank position. Press back into an A-frame. Roll the shoulders down and back, draw out through the belly. Lifting up through that left leg, bend through the knee, open up through that hip. Feel that stretch through the front of the thigh. Square off through the hips. Sweep that left leg back down. Right leg draws up. Bending through that knee, opening up through the hip. Right leg draws down, finds the mat. Left leg stepping through so that it's between our hands here. Tuck the right toes under, sitting back through that stretch and sitting forward. So again, taking it nice and slow here. Moving through that hamstring stretch and then coming forward, sit the hips through. Feel that little stretch through the front of your right thigh. Through the arch of the foot as you sit back. Last one like this. And then coming back to 4-point kneeling. Here you're going to thread the needle, so take the right arm through, bend through that left elbow shoulder towards the mat. Pause here, and then opening out to the side for 5, 4, 3, breathing, 2, 1. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches through, thread the needle through, left shoulder finds the mat. Breathe, and then opening out to the side, big twist through the spine, threading that arm through for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands come down. Now just focusing on our shoulders for a moment. Roll the shoulders down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw down through shoulder blades towards the hips. Protract out, so draw the shoulder blades apart and then shrug up towards the ears. So almost drawing like a circle with our shoulder blades on our ribs. Drawing down towards the hips, out and up towards the ears, down and back, squeezing together. Just 3 more like this. Then lifted through the chest. And the last one there. So now we're going to find ourselves in a kneeling position. And we're going to extend out long through that right leg. So in this position, zipping up through the pelvis, hands behind the head. And then from here, we're going to keep our shoulders hips square and side bend towards the left. Breathing out to lift back up. Breathing in, side bend. Breathing out to come back to the center. So it's slow and controlled, using our obliques on either side, lengthening through the right oblique, shortening through the left to lower, shortening through the right to lift us back up. Moving with our breath. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. On the next one, you're going to come halfway down, little lift and lower here for 10, 9, 8. Feel that shortening through the right oblique. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rotate shoulders towards the mat. Extend the arms open. Hands back behind the head, come to the midline and lifting up. Side bend to the left. Rotate, open the arms, back behind the head and drawing up to the midline. Breathing. Nice and slow and controlled here. Three, 2, 1. Now we're going to come down, lean through that left hand, but stay strong in your shoulder here. So no dropping down, shortening through the shoulder, dropping down through the neck. We want to stay lifted and strong, active in this posture. And you're lifting up and back through that right leg. Now again, if this kneeling is a little bit iffy on your kneecap, you're not feeling comfortable, place a towel, folded towel under the knee, or double over your mat like so. Otherwise, you're moving with me here, drawing up and back through that right leg here for 10, 9, 8, squeezing up and back, just hovering or tapping the mat lightly in between. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted here, right hand behind the head, drawing in, elbow to knee, extend out and long for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, breathing out to shorten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay extended, lift up, pulse up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dropping all the way down. Come into a nice Z sit in this position. So The left shin is parallel to the front of the mat. Right shin is parallel to the top of your mat, sitting up nice and tall. Big breath in, reach over, lengthen through those obliques. Breathing out, big breath in, stretching out through the other side. Alternating sides, taking some nice breaths, stretching out through the obliques, and then we're going to come on to the other side. So kneeling onto the other side here. Take your knee to a position that feels comfortable. Left leg extended out long, hands behind the head, pelvis tucked under slightly, long through the spine, elbows wide. You're breathing in to lower, breathe out to lift. Staying tall through the top of the spine, imagine that your body is moving between two panes of glass here. So you're trying to stay in a nice long streamlined position. Try not to bend forward or back through the trunk. Up nice and tall through the top of the head. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, staying hello halfway down, lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sideways, rotate, open out the arms, back behind the head, back to the midline and lifting. Trying to get those shoulders square towards the mat as you rotate, back to the midline and shortening through the top obliques to draw you back up. Breathing here, breathing in to lower, breathe out to twist, in to come back to the midline, out to lift up. Here for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And then coming down, supporting through that right hand on this side. So remembering we want to stay strong, supported out through the neck, through the shoulder, pressing the mat away, staying lifted. Lift up and back through that left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, shoulders square, 4, 3, 2, 1, elbow behind the head, left hand behind the head, elbow to knee, breathing out and extending long for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend out long, little pulses up and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And resting down there. Whew, well done. So let's come into a Z sit on this side. So think about that right shin being parallel to the top of the mat, bending that left knee back, stand up nice and tall, sitting up nice and tall, glue both hip bones into the mat. Big breath in, breathe out, stretching one way and the other way. lengthening out through the obliques. For 2 more each side. And we're resting down there. Beautiful. Let's come down onto our side. So onto our left side. Your legs are going to be extended out nice and long. You can rest down onto the hand underneath the crook of the neck, between the head and the neck, or rest down onto that bicep, or even place a little pillow underneath the head there. So now we're lifting up both legs. So thinking about the ankles staying glued together, we're drawing up through both legs, shortening through that top oblique. And thinking about that tummy staying lifted, drawn in. That right hand is in front for support. Legs are extended out in line with the body. If you want an extra stability challenge here, you can place that top hand behind the head or onto the hips. I'm going to leave it in front. Breathing out to lift up for 4, 3, just light touch to the mat, will hover, 2, 1, lift up through that right leg, then your left leg draws up to meet it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs lower down, hand underneath the head. You're lifting up through the upper body here for 10, 9, 8. If this is too much, you might draw both knees up and it shortens the movement a little bit and move from here. Or you can think about using that hand in front for a bit more support to help push you up. So give yourself as much support as you need here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down to rest. Draw that top leg in front, so your right foot down onto the mat. You're going to flex through the bottom leg, drawing up in line with the body. So think here, connecting to the inner thighs here. Breathing out to lift up. For 7, 6, 5, 4, light touch on the mat in between, 3, 2, 1. Now in a V shape, lifting up and forwards, up and back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to midline, lifting up as high as you can through that leg. You might feel like it's shaking. Lift up a bit higher, higher. Hold here. 5, 3, 2, 1, and dropping all the way down. Both legs stacked out. We're coming into a side plank on this side. Last little effort here on this side. So level 1, you're going to extend up, supporting on the bottom knee. Level 2, both feet stacked. And we're hiking the hips up and rotating through with that right arm for 10, 9. Hike the hips up, breathe out to twist. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay square here through the hips and shoulders. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding up. Lift that top leg if you can. And then resting all the way down. Beautiful. Let's come over onto the other side. So Having a lie down now onto our right side. Same position here with the legs extended out nice and long. Hand can be underneath the head or resting down onto that bicep. Both legs extended, we're drawing up. Think about the ankles, knees, thighs staying glued together. Breathing out to lift up. That left hand is in front for support. Drawing up through that top oblique, shortening through the top of the waist to lift both legs for another 3, 2, 1. Top leg lifts up, draw the bottom leg to meet it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe in here. Last 3, 2, 1. Resting down, right hand underneath the head here. Thinking about that left hand in front for support if you need a bit of extra push. Lifting up through the upper body here for 10, 9, 8, 7. This is a lot harder than it looks. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting all the way down. Okay, drawing that top leg in front, place the left foot down. You're going to flex through the bottom leg, lifting up. Staying nice and open in this position. Lifting up through the inside border of that foot, connecting to the adductors or the inner thigh muscles. Seven, 6, 5, 4. Try and get a bit higher. 3, 2, 1. Shifting up and forwards, up and back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to lift up through the midline again, a little bit higher, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting all the way down. Coming into a side plank position on this side, so same position as you did on the first side, either resting down to that bottom knee or both feet stacked forward. Hiking the hips up to rotate through and breathing out to come back. Breathing out to twist, and breathing to come back to the midline. Hiking those hips up, breathe out to twist, breathe in. For 6, 5, pressing the mat away, staying out of that supporting shoulder, long through the neck. 3, 2, 1. Back to the midline, little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up, lift that top leg if you can. And then resting all the way down. Coming into a child's pose, knees nice and wide, big toes touching. Take a nice couple of breaths here. Softening down into the mat. Reaching out long, stretching out through the spine. And then we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position here. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes tucked. Find that length through the spine here, neutral spine, lifting up through the knees, lift up through the tummy. And we're going to tap down and up for for 10. So the knees should just be hovering. Tap down lightly and hover, just a couple of centimeters off the mat. Lifting up through the tummy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay hovering here. Lift up through the tummy. Hollow it out through the chest. Draw the right knee to the right elbow and back. Left knee to left elbow and back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapping down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tapping down and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pressing all the way back into that A-frame. Knees come down nice and wide, child's pose. 2 slow, long, deep breaths here. And we're coming to lie onto our backs. So first of all, sitting up nice and tall, legs wide, or just wider than hip distance, so that your feet are kind of in line with the 2 corners of a mat. If you're on a mat, sitting up nice and tall here, you're tucking under through the pelvis, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time to come down onto our back. Reach overhead, big breath in, breathing out, arms stack over the shoulders, rolling up, really nice and slow, to come back to that tall sitting position. Breathing out, rolling down. We're going to do 10 like this. Really tuning in to that control. Try and keep your legs heavy on the mat. Try and really focus on articulating 1 vertebrae at a time, up, off the mat, and down with control. Find that tall spine position in between. If you're noticing that you're really struggling with the control here, this is a really good one to work on, that spinal mobility with the deep abdominal control. And for number 5, staying nice and slow, go as slow as you can. You don't have to stay in time with me. Last 3. 2. And 1. Coming down to lie all the way onto your back here. From here, we're going to draw up through the left leg and draw the chest up to that kind of high boat hold position, and then control down. Alternating legs up fast, down slow. 3, 2, 1. Up fast, down slow. 3. Rolling down through the back of the pelvis, lumbar spine, mid back, upper back. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Really nice, slow and controlled. To finish off the last exercise here. Last one on each side. down slow and controlled, reaching out long. Big breath in, big breath out, hug those knees in towards your chest. Just take a moment here to connect back into the breath, hugging those knees in. And then resting down there. Thanks guys. So that one again was a little bit different, focusing on some control of the abdominals through the scapular stabilizers in different positions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.